It's Monday. It's my day off. So today I'm trying to get some office work done. I gotta go see my chiropractor again to see if he finally fixes my 80-year-old back. And spending some time with the family, so we are all gonna go out together. Good stuff.
Wasting love on Erica and Jean.
So we are on the way to Leeds City Center. I'm gonna see my chiropractor again. And it's 3:45 p.m. And I gotta tell you, I'm surprised by the amount of people on the road at 3:45 p.m. I mean, so you don't have a job? Yeah, all this traffic is people leaving town. These people are going home. 3:45 p.m. Oh, I just been to the chiropractor. This guy broke my back in a good way. It cracked all over the place. Oh, and it's raining insanely. It's pouring down. All right, let's go get the family.
Everybody wants what they cannot get, and now everybody talks like they full of spit. And with a finger on the trigger, playing Russian roulette with an automatic with the full clip. Bullshit, yo.
Back home and now nice and dry. My back feels quite a bit better actually, and my neck is definitely looser. So I recommend. These guys are called Chiropractic First. So for everyone who's very skeptic about chiropractors and stuff, go and try. It's definitely worth it. But what I want to talk to you about today is the power of asking questions and why you should be open to not knowing everything, first of all. And second of all, why you should be open to asking questions, showing that you are incomplete. One of the things that my students often don't really do as much as I would like anyway is to ask questions. Many times my students kind of waste time trying to get things via doing, and by the way, I do know that a lot of people learn best via trying. We call them kinesthetic learners. So basically then they get a rough idea of what they should be doing, and then they just go for it and they tweak and correct as they go, and that's fine. It is dangerous though when you don't quite know what you're supposed to be doing, so you just spend a whole week practicing a mistake. Well, what's going to happen is that you are going to memorize a mistake, and then you're going to be really good at making mistakes. So my point is, ask questions. If you don't understand what the exercise is, stop, ask a question. I have some students who ask me literally everything, and I prefer those students. Not that I don't like the other students who don't ask questions, but in a way they do make my life a lot more difficult for two reasons. One, because I need to overcome the challenge of their own confusion. But two, because I have to literally try to guess why they are confused. If they ask me, look, I don't understand beat number 2, can you explain me that again? Then I know that that's the source of the confusion. It's not beat number 1, so let's move past that. It's beat number 2. So that creates a more objective and proactive pace and atmosphere in the classroom. So, my friends, if I give you any solid piece of advice today in this Monday when I'm off, is that you should ask questions, you should be okay with not knowing everything, and remind yourself that you cannot know what you don't know. bed. Good morning. It's Tuesday, it's back to work day. I don't have a super busy day of lessons. I only have 4 students. On Tuesdays I always kind of drag myself around a little bit. Not because of laziness. Because I want to spend a bit more time with Lewis. So I will spend today's morning working on my book. Last night I ended up not doing anything really. You know, family talk, we were discussing life and the future and whatnot. So this morning is fully dedicated to practicing and working on the book. Because you see, this book requires a lot more research than my last book. Only because I have less scientific knowledge on the subject. My knowledge is mostly empiric, but I want to support that knowledge, that experience with scientific facts. So it requires a lot more experience. Point being, so far I've written 3 pages. I gotta get to work. Good thing that I'm self-published. I don't have a deadline, but I do have a deadline imposed by myself. So what do you need to do in order to stay motivated? Let's say you are a musician, like me, and if you are a professional musician, then you are definitely very used to rejection and to overcoming challenges. But it can get tiring. It might get to a point where you feel that it's enough. You don't want to be rejected anymore. You don't want to deal with the challenge anymore. You just want to enjoy the ride. Unfortunately, you also know that that means you have to stop. Because this is the nature of life. So what do you need to stay motivated? Simply put, you need a goal or a series of goals. For example, I come up with a variety of goals spread through a timeline. I have short-term goals, mid-term goals, and long-term goals. And I visualize those goals very vividly, very specifically. For example, I know exactly what the house and the surroundings of that house, of my happy place, looks like. I know exactly where I'm gonna be playing with Louis outside. I know exactly how that looks like. So I've talked about this before, and I talk about this in my book, How Do We Learn? Smart goals. You need smart goals. That's what you need in order to become self-motivated. A lot of people look for motivation outside of themselves. So they hope that people compliment them. They hope that people give them positive feedback. They are looking for external sources of motivation, like, I don't know, motivational books, podcasts, which I love, but you need to take action. So how do you do that? You need to come up with your own goal. You need to come up with your own vision. What does your goal look like? You see, when I started playing, I remember saying to one of my friends, I want to be the best drummer in Portugal. That was my goal. It was a stupid goal because I never understood, before then I never understood that you can't be the best. That's cool. I understood that. So my goal changed. I decided to be the most helpful drummer in Portugal. I wanted to help drummers to become better, to overcome themselves, and to stay motivated. Maybe I want more than that. Maybe I want to be the most helpful drummer in Europe. I left not because you couldn't be the most helpful drummer in Europe in Portugal, but just because I wanted to challenge myself. I wanted to see, could I do this outside my comfort zone? That's very important. So I left my comfort zone and I started exploring different markets. Now I have a different goal, 1 million people. That's right, it's a big number. And I'm saying it in public for the first time ever. I want to help 1 million people to learn better. How I'm gonna do that? I'll leave that for another vlog. Now I got a coaching session, so back to work. So let's say that your goal is to be famous. Your goal is to play in a band that plays great music and you guys tour the world. Your goal is to make a certain amount of money. Say you want to make 5 digits a month. Well, then you gotta work. But also, you gotta know exactly how much money you want to make. Put a number on it. 10,000? 13,586 pounds? If that's your number, go for it. You need to decide when. By when will you achieve those goals? Put a date on it. Not just a year, not a decade, a date. Work hard, define your goals, and keep that direction aligned with your goal. One down, 3 to go. People practicing. This is a busy academy. I'm a happy man. Why though? Why? You see, to set a goal is to set the why of your life. When you know why you are doing something, that keeps you going. It's pretty straightforward, I know, but that's the point. It needs to be straightforward. Straightforward. Remember, the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. So when you walk around wondering, should I do this, should I do that? Ask yourself, why? Why should I do this? Why shouldn't I do this? If you find more whys on one of those sides, that's your decision. Now, be very honest. Don't tell yourself stories, but that's something for another vlog. Find your why, and you have a life's mission. My why? Simple. I get up every day in the morning because I need to help people to learn better. I need to help people to understand themselves better, to be able to access their maximum potential better. That's my why. Straightforward, right? 5:15, next student in 15 minutes. Let's do this. And there you go, guys. That's the day of lessons. It's now 8:30 p.m. It's been a long day. But you know what? Tomorrow I'll be here again because my goal is unchangeable, even if I need to change the way I get there. Make your goal your passion, and your life will have a meaning. So people ask, what is the meaning of life? A goal. Enjoy the process, and the achievement will be sweet. I'll see you guys tomorrow.